Today na the 2nd day of May 2023. 53 more days for make we get with general elections na Sierra Leone. 53 days. Yesterday the 1st, the APC, we don't go do the nomination. Today the 2nd, the SLPP, don't go do the nomination. Usai den K. Julius Mada Wuni Bio and Mohamed Julde Jallo as the running mates for waiting for the election with the come. The current president, na Julius Mada Bio, he wants a 2nd term. He say this 1st term na education na he do. Now he take as something wey know say na part of human capital development we go make with Samura go better bambai. So he say if we give him the 2nd chance, now for make we belle full agriculture, make we plant wey to go eat and eat wey to the plant. So he ask for we 2nd term. Let we give him the chance. The same team where he been out the last time, that's na E and Jules there. Now the same team come back this time around. Yesterday, the SLPP pulled a press release for say, we na law abiding party. We not sound like them other one them. Well, they not be put on like a for so, but now that kind of way they ain't them be mean. For say they not sound like the other one them where people actually don't put ban saying for rally where they come on a treat tear gas come out. But there na party of waiting where they adhere to rule. So let all man go na Atuga mini stadium. The president go na ECSL. He do the nomination. From there, he go na Atuga stadium. Go meet the people in there. Well, say network be there live. SLBC, AYV, all the other one them waking day live. Them be there live. We see from ECSL building that's a while to Atuga. You see rally, you see motorcade. What thing you see? What thing you see? I see a lot of people today. I don't know. When we be there live, when the reporter they talk say, before we go live first on ECSL, the first place we'll go live na Atuga Stadium. Atuga Stadium. Now they will go live. First, for me to show the setup and everything. Then from there, we can on ECSL. Well, how them be the treat the media then they. That's so German you see for yourself. You see for yourself. How them be the treat the journalists them. So they tell we say the place full up inside. Not all journalists go. In fact, first not all journalists go up yonder. In fact, first not all journalists go ECSL. Yes, not to all media house go na ECSL. And this day and age, anybody who thinks say, he gets phone, he thinks say in a journalist he able go live. But waiting I see today, the SLPP, yes, then try really hard for make that crowd will be there na Atuga Stadium, not in a street. People can come na street, but not that much. Because everybody be there now na Atuga, the wait day. So for me, Tripoli, yeah, I give them kudos to that. But waiting I be the above for see. President Bill, it fall my hand. President Bill fall my hand. What I be the up for see. I be feel say like when he reach na like Kishi Road, he go down that white jeep. He can't put in bike by the ATV. Let ride. Say go na Tuga Stadium. And they watch us. Who stay they can ride the bike? Now be the island yesterday say President Bill go ride the bike. But seriously though, me I be feel say he go ride that bike day. If they pull in 110 the wave na do. Why they not find motor get some roof safe? If you feel say you don't want waka or you don't want ride the bike. Let's just pull it na the low see. Anyway, so na me be the hope for see. I tell you say 2018. Na keke na in they use. But he's the incumbent now, Are the incumbent now? So you not go able for make he do that kind thing there again. Okay. I see people they say they come on at it. How many people you seen at it? Security forces, now they mostly they outrun the number of people that will be there. Like the motorcade from ECSL to Atuga. Me wait here see. I don't know what you see. But all man get your eyes. I make cooking go for eye test every year. Because the security man there will be the jog safe near that white jeep. Then boku pass the amount of people and say who you see. Yes, Montuka them be boku. In fact, they say 20 people. The security themselves them pass 20. They pass 20. What am I saying here? At least, me I give them the credit say, even though they give them people and say, oh, una go na Atuga, that crowd will be there at Atuga, not to him be there in the streets. Not to him follow the motorcade for rich yonder. Not to him. Yeah, people enjoying them a road, but how much? How many people there? Anyway, it's up to you. Me na wait here see, now I tell you. But my own expectation of president, we not agree for meet and for Kandona Mutkale ride that bike. For ride that bike, now me be able to say, they must ride this bike here. So now all una owe me wait. Now una all make a raise me up today, thinking to say president we go ride the bike. Seriously. We see say the program is long. Na Atuga Stadium. Program be long. But you don't see women they want flex that free tongue. Because don't see President Bill crisscross around the country. But this one, I foresee, from we begin do that thank you tour. Now this you do na free tongue now. We get a crowd so. Junior Summer they ask why I want for make you ride the bike. He not to get another rider. You don't ride on a bone if you ride on a free tongue. Not to you. That's no go see and fine. I make a wale rider. But anyway, law continue. Because President Bill today, he talk. Yes. And I want focus by the talk now. ECSL them building. ECSL them building. And there's something maybe not to everybody know. Not to everybody know. So, because even today when with the reporter they explain, people in the camp, allow na they lie. You know say cancel. You know say you can. I don't know. Hey, election they come. Yeah? Less than 2 months for election. If you get the energy, for they go and meet people in live, they go and like, couche. Couche. Yeah? But I believe say who the go side. Oh, now wait till you don't program now you aid, now you believe. You na the sheriff in town. Well, yeah, first lady do not get for meet up because first lady say na the sheriff in town. Okay. I say President Bill talk today. And now the talk we talk, now I want to make we can focus on. First of all, he say he ready for debate. So go hold President Bill towards that. He say yes. The question was asked. Then say President Bill 2018. You be join the debates. You go join the debates back. He say yes. He ready for debate, Samura Kamara. But he not ready for go back to 1961. He ready for debate time. So we will be done the the presidential debate he go right. So hopefully the organizers them, say I and all the one that we can come together for do the debate. Hopefully they don't hear this. Make them begin try want to get a date. Because campaign they start on the 22nd of May. And you know say last day to election, now they campaign they stop. So it go be when? That's a month, yeah? On the 23rd. Now campaign go stop. So inside there, the debates get for come. A question was asked. Say, President Bill, now you say let the people and you second time. But do ya? What you go on for tell them about the economy? Ugo Kayeri, waiting a President Bill an answer about the economy. Ask her again, say, yesterday, Samura Kamara tell you say, he said the alliance there, na promote them and lip service. How you go get leader where they go, don't you know, go with him followers there? Go waiting President Bill say. I'm in for the debates though. But wait, 2018 election. You think say the debates be play a role? You think say it be play a role in the outcome of the election? Or be just the most hype now for me can the Kelago talk na the stage? If Kamara be then I don't like it today, what you feel say for the talk? if Kamara be then I do. What you think say for the talk? They like it today after this nomination. Kamara I had first. I want to get her. Eh? You don't forget the last election. What you Kamara do? We pull money, put that table on. Eh? He count paper them, say yours. You get people around. We begin go, they go first say, now they address this. Eh? Now they address this. Who say, come here back in a lie, they lie. Hey, Tine no happy no. You forget? Just few months ago, we say, hey, President, you know they talk. You need to address the people, you know they talk, President, you know they talk. You say, no, they talk so. Because in a president, we talk na policy. But right now, yeah. How politician, I'm good for we. Eh? Politician, Trust. That Tumbo, McKinney, all the time say President Bill for talk. President Bill for talk. They say President Bill need talk. You need talk. Who say we do program? President Bill for talk. President Bill for talk to the people. The people they hand for President Bill voice. Good share. But now, every day, President Bill they talk. Every day, they crisscross the country. They talk now. They explain. And I not to the talk no more. He had dance pant up and back. Eh? He had dance back on top the talk. So not to the talk no more. So we'll get him back another 5 years if he win. Then he go silence back. Eh? But now, he sabi comment for talk. Now, he sabi comment for talk. Like now, where they talk, if I don't they use, say, Trade na so I be tell you because we be the talk, if you been the talk continuously. Eh? No, so? Joby Bangali say, Kamara be say, if you win, you go open to space factory na Kamalu. Eh? And you go make Mother be a defense minister. This also say, he say, because the time don't can out for make it talk. So now if for talk. Then after we win, you not talk again back. Okay. Alright. Udoye. But now can focus on waiting in being said today, huh? ECSL. Okay. Let's listen to Mohamed Kone as he be go through all the documents them, then get for verify them. We President Bio, the SLPP go hand over. After we don't verify done, let's listen to what he be get for say.
I've just signed the provisional acceptance of the nomination papers.
He's saying just sign the provisional acceptance. Remember, the same thing like yesterday. Pending anything from the High Court, the Supreme Court. But that one day they elapse on the 17th day of May. So Peter Conte get for the under that lock and key first. Yeah. The primary give Peter Conte get for the day first. The 17th. If nobody no go Supreme Court for go supreme anything, then they be provisional again. They be say yes, it don't go through. But if anybody go Supreme Court say, this flag bearer wanna give president be soon. I get problem with them. Then they bring me to somebody by the name of Steven. That guy they crisscross Sarah Network YouTube channel. They complain say President Bio to the legitimate flag bearer. So Uncle Steven, where I think you did at the diaspora. I don't know why make na kinde na do una you don't get opportunity. You say President Bio hijack the flag bearer ship. Every day the comments na the YouTube channel. Well, today you don't get opportunity. President Bio get their flag bearer ship day, but a provisional certificate he get. So for let you then have YouTube they run. Hey, Supreme Court they wait for you. Supreme Court they wait for you. Go no now, go complain the. But the energy where some people can get for they being keyboard, for they click. Every day the same comment you go post and pass anytime I see President be a picture the. So tell this as we done this program we put on a YouTube, again for campus day back. Say President Bio not to the legitimate flag bearer. Uncle Steven, hey, go na Supreme Court. They wait for you there. Yeah? If you can at this channel again, you can post one more thing. If you can again, post one more thing. The President Bio not to the legitimate flag bearer. May you go, Lord. Yeah? May you go, Lord. Oh. Okay. Because APC then get the young. Then I have Peter Conte. You know, right now they say they're all in jacket, they're all in necktie, other person grip arm, they lick and prime. And say past after the 70 way, that provisional business day elapsed, then they go free. So it is pas that prime day for so. It is that first. As you hear they say provisional pending Supreme Court, they say Supreme Court well, like I reach the one say. Can I boy begin? Hey. I will begin like court. But certificate handed to President Bio by the Chief Electoral Commissioner Mohamed Kone. Now listen.
Earlier, for the public to have confidence that all the political parties and the key players that wish to participate in the process, all of us, including the Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone, are committed to ensuring free and fair and peaceful elections. Yesterday, we asked the same question.
He said President Bio for commit to a free, fair election. He said yesterday, we do the same thing to Samura Kamara, where he commits to a free, fair election. So President Bio back for do the same thing.
His Excellency and presidential candidate, we want a confirmation or affirmation from you.
He said we want a confirmation or affirmation from you for say you committed to a free, fair election.
Regards conducting the peaceful elections. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
And the board of commissioners, staff.
And the board of the commissioners, them, the staff of ECSL.
CSL. I think I will take this moment first to commend you and thank you for the job well done.
I want to take this moment for commend you and tell you thank you because una don't do fine work na ya, a job well done.
This constitution has presided over several elections.
The constitution will get a salon. It don't watch over beaucoup elections them who don't do na the country. The audio bad, bear with you. Yeah?
Most of which have been seriously contended.
And other elections them during this time here, serious contention, the contended don't take place.
You've been able to present a credible result to this nation.
With all the serious contended election them, you able for give we credible results them.
And that is why we are peaceful.
Now I make we get a peaceful country.
As the presidential candidate and president of the Republic of Sierra Leone,
As a presidential candidate and a president of this country,
my record for peaceful behavior and
me Julius Madaunibio, me record for peaceful behavior
conduct is beyond reproach.
is beyond anything we go and talk against me but. For say me, Madauni, me na peaceful person. Pass no more you know I'm for grey.
I have fought for Sierra Leone at the war front,
I don't fight for Salon na the war front.
fought for Sierra Leone on the peace table,
I don't fight for Salon na the peace table.
and I will continue not only to fight for its development, but also for its peace.
I go continue for faith, not to say na for the development no more, but for the peace na this nation.
Development and security.
And also the security na this country.
Therefore, before this whole nation, I commit that I, as
Therefore, in front of una all the one whole country where they watch me, Mada Wunibio,
presidential candidate,
the presidential candidate for the SLPP, they commit
of the great Sierra Leone People's Party, will conduct a free and fair
we go conduct free and fair election
through the ECSL,
through ECSL,
and that I will do everything in my powers
and I go do all thing when me power give me
to make sure that we have a peaceful election.
for make sure say this country get a peaceful election.
I have been here 3 times
I don't can 3 times
in the past
in the past.
to be nominated, and my record is quite clean.
He say 3 times. Now I don't go na ECSL 3 times, and he record them all clean.
As far as my conduct is concerned,
As far as the way a man away in they behave in conduct is concerned,
when it relates to peaceful conduct as a person
peaceful conduct as a person,
and also of my party. And that is what
and also of empathy when at the SLPP,
I will commit again today to this nation,
and at the same commitment they give again to the nation.
that we need a peaceful election,
We go do a peaceful election,
and that we all have to commit
and we all not only no more, but we all for commit to a peaceful election.
to that peaceful election. And I, as the president, we
And even at the president self don't commit to a peaceful election.
state before this whole nation that I will do everything in my powers
And I dey talk am back before the entire country where they watch me right now. Say I go do all thing when me power give me.
to make sure that 2023 election is peaceful.
For make sure say this 2023 election is peaceful.
Thank you.
Una thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency, Lamina, presidential candidate for the Sierra Leone People's Party, and now officially hand over the provisional certificate of registration.
Whilst we are all seated,
I've always given my
Mr. President, how comprehensive are you ahead of the elections? Your
So Umar Fofana, they ask him question now. He said, how apprehensive are you about the forthcoming election? Women say, Mr. President, you afraid? You anxious about this election where they come? This now waiting President BOC.
I'm not apprehensive at all.
He said, I am not apprehensive at all. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid this election where they come at all.
I face this election with the same confidence that I've always had.
And they come before this election with the same confidence we always don't get.
Knowing that I've always given myself up for this nation.
Because I know say, I always don't give myself up for this nation.
Like I said earlier, fought for this nation and continue to fight.
Like what I talked no before. For say, I don't fight for this nation and I go continue for waiting fight.
And I know the people are a better judge.
And I know say the people them na the better people them for judge me.
Most of us, so they are there to judge what I've done, and
Now then go there for judge what I don't do.
I face them with confidence that I am going to win this election.
And I get confidence say I will win this election.
One of your reasons for probably so thinking is the fact that you forged alliances recently with some of the political party players.
So Umar Fofana say, this one way they talk say, you get confidence say you go win this election. One of the reasons, not so because you don't make alliance with other political party them,
And your main challenger, Samura Kamara, says it's all a lip alliance and it doesn't hold water.
He say, and yesterday I asked Samura Kamara say, but they are not promote no more. You know what? Now so Umar Fofana they tell President Bill. He say the alliance something I make President Bill sound so confident say they win next election. He says Samura Kamara say, but they are not promote no more there. That the alliance they know all water.
Well, I'm in alliance with the NGC party.
He said, well, yes, I don't dey in alliance, I don't join, we don't come together, me NGC party.
A great party that has shown itself over the period.
He said, NGC, na a great party. NGC, una there? He said, NGC, na a great party, we don't show themselves over the period. Yeah, NGC. Una a great party, bro.
I believe that there are progressives right around this country in all parties. People who put the nation first.
He said, NGC say then they put the nation first.
And I have said that approaching my second term, I am going to approach all of these progressives right across all the parties, including the APC.
He said, in don't talk say, for the next election, in the midst all the party there, all, he said including APC. Including APC. Okay?
So that we can work for the peace, unity, and development of this nation.
So that we all go work for the unity and development of Sierra Leone.
I don't have an agenda for 1961.
Bam! And in Uspati Nakso pa Osamu. He say he no get agenda for 1961.
My agenda is looking forward, taking this nation into the fourth industrial revolution.
He say, Samura want we go to 1961. Now before in the look for we go to the fourth industrial revolution. Now they want Salongo. Yeah. Okay.
So I believe that I can't do it alone. And besides this,
I believe say this fourth industrial revolution also one carry salongo. Me I believe say I no go able to do me one green. So President Biusi.
We all are apprehensive. Maybe when you use the word apprehensive, I was thinking that you would talk about how safe and secure people are going to be.
He say we all he can be in back. He say we all apprehensive that we kind of jittery for the election. He say but when you talk about that kind fear they say like fear apprehensive. I been feel say you want for say how peaceful people and get for they for go vote.
People are a little apprehensive whenever we talk about elections.
He say people they are a bit apprehensive, then they afraid small. Anytime we talk about election. But you don't tell you for say you know the freedom. Eh? Okay.
That is because bad politicians have played around the ethnic card, which makes people I'm scared.
Okay. He say people and afraid. These people I don't know if now Sovola don't hand over these people business give President Bill. Anyway, he say the people afraid where election they come. He say because bad politicians now they can't talk to where they make the people scared.
And even afraid to go to the polls.
Even though they afraid for going to the poll.
We are forging relationships right across. And it's not just the alliance that you can see.
He say about three, right across, would they make party business? Would they make party business right across? He say not to the alliance no more.
We have officially signed. I'm in alliance with key APC progressives.
Ah, yes. I like this part. President Bill say in alliance with key APC progressives. I am in alliance with key APC progressives. Who are they?
Like Dr. Fo.
Victor Fo. Victor Fo na doctor now. Na be doctor trade. Anyway, Dr. Fo.
Bokari Fo.
Ah. In case you want feel to say, when they talk about the key, progressive APC people, you want to think otherwise. When you say Fo, you know, Dr. Victor Bokari Fo. Okay.
Who has come over to the SLPP?
He don't come over. Well, Sam. Brother man, he talk about this, not too small. Okay.
Alhaji Alpha Khan.
Alpha Khan na another key APC progressives. We can deny. You see in the comment section them people in the bash the APC. The two people awake also. They don't say na APC not too small. You no go fault APC. You no fault them two people here. But for today, then a progressive. If APC, then go take them put some Samura, then put Victor Fo. You know say no that's you na do ibado. Me and they take up. He collect. He collect tobacco. The first thing we come on him out, I no get agenda. First come on him out. You say no get agenda, na the pay agenda na ina agenda. I love politics sweet. The pay agenda na ina agenda. But today, in a key APC progressive, Alpha Khan, the apprentice. What's he left when not talk? Today, in a key APC progressive. Oh,
a progressive who has come over to the SLPP after having spent almost all their lives in the APC.
Exactly. Eh? After they don't spend almost all their life at the APC. Now then I be the progressive, and then I be the good one in the APC. They're not then I mix my UK. Hey, no. Oh.
They have realized that the programs I have put forward are for this nation. And whether they are coming from the north, the west, or the east, we have only one Sierra Leone.
So, he said the one that they don't realize, say, the program the way presidents be input, well, for me, the country better. So, it no matter outside they come out. Now, for let the country better, not so.
Which is the Republic of Sierra Leone. And therefore, whatever it takes, if we have to put aside our own egos, which is what Dr. Kande Yunkela said he is doing, and that is what we are doing.
So, Dr. Kande Yunkela say inputting ego aside. Interesting times ahead. If it's also come on that, wait, interesting times there ahead. All right.
And that is why he's present here. And that is why Dr. Fo is present here. Alpha Khan could not come because of the numbers.
Bam. Victor Fo come. They say they want 20 people. Yeah? Victor Fo income. KKY come. Alpha Kano come because of the numbers. You see the people that will be there today. Alpha Khan. How markets? I just want to know how markets for you. So the first 20, you know they do. Let me make a talk. I know Alpha Khan. I know Alpha Khan. I said the first 20. Alpha Khan no did it. But KKY, we can muste. Well, he did we can no more. He did by the first 20. Well, I saw the PI system they work. In case you don't understand. Now so the PI system they go. President Bill say Alpha Kano come because of the number. They say now 20 people they want. And that first 20, Alpha Kano did it. I don't know what thing I be telling today they left her. And so okay, you know what thing? You go na sugar. You go that's a stakeholder. Go organize that sugar. They quote by the Quran, they quote by the Bible. Hello politics. Okay. First 20, you know, I would all see the first 20. We see them when they go today in ICSL. You know the day. You know the day. Keke yesterday. I see all that picture. Keke de middle and push Jule there. Hey! Jule there. Come do it. Alright. Now they go. Alright. Alpha cannot be able to make the list because of the numbers.
But besides these gentlemen, fine gentlemen.
Not just gentlemen, no. Then a fine gentleman. Yeah? You ever put the word the
who are beginning to understand the need for us to put Sierra Leone at the forefront of everything we as good politicians do. We have many more scattered in the country and who are coming in their numbers, leaving the All People's Congress.
He said beaucoup APC people and on the left APC. They come to SLPP. Beaucoup.
To come to join the Sierra Leone People's Party because of simply the program we had put out, a social contract.
Because of the program we don't put out, a social contract,
And and we have kept to the social contract under very difficult circumstances.
Under very difficult circumstances. Okay.
And these gentlemen, I want to take this opportunity to congratulate you and commend you for the bold and audacious decision.
Now BBC they talk to, so in case you don't know. A woman for fana I ask her a question. Now BBC they talk so. So you get for praise KKY, AK11, Victor Fo. They praise them now BBC.
To come over to another party after having spent 60, 70 years of your life.
He said for now I left Usa I don't spend 60, 70 years. 70 years? Who that spend 70 years? That them born a APC abi? Yeah. Okay. All right.
In another party. Now I know Sierra Leone is ready to go forward. So that is why I'm not apprehensive. That is why I'm confident that we are going to have a peaceful election.
You know here now? It is farm with be talk force. Now I'm making not afraid. Now I'm making confidence we get peaceful election. But you don't get KKY. You don't get AK11. You don't get Victor Fo. Oh dear.
And that is why I urge all peace-loving Sierra Leoneans to come together to support peaceful elections this time.
Peace-loving Sierra Leoneans to come together for support peaceful election. And by God in power, now we all desire that one day forget peaceful election. Even the one that we left them party, we don't take the 60 to 70 years. That be say them party big past the independence of Sierra Leone. Okay. Anyway, that would it go.
If these elections were conducted on the economy, what would you tell Sierra Leoneans? What would you tell the voters in view of the harsh economic reality?
Bam! He said if this election, they say now for economy, no more. Bye. President Bill, waiting you go tell Salon people them, but the economy. If they say the election are for economy no more, what you go tell them say? President Bill, talk to we.
Well, I will say to Sierra Leoneans.
I go tell Salon people them.
When I came in, I inherited a very bad economy.
Where I can inside 2018, the economy we are meet, it be deeper life support. A very bad economy. Okay? He say, because Uma Fofana accent, say, what you go sell Salon people, if like economy no more than say, they can talk about this election. And they tell them, say, 2018 will come, the economy be deeper life support. Now, bad economy, now I meet up.
One that was characterized by corruption.
And that bad economy, they will be deeper life support. When they look am, hey, corruption be there.
One that was characterized by high debt.
And the debts will then be take a high. What's in the debts now? As compared to that one they tried 2018. Anyway, President Bio say, corruption. Kuba 9 day 2018 that when we take power. The debt high one. High. Okay.
A low growth rate.
So the debt in be high. Then the growth rate is say it be low. Yeah, but when you get up, you get forget down. Okay, the growth rate be low.
Poor public management.
Okay. It say public management being poor.
Financial management.
The financial management it being poor.
We were considered the most corrupt country, one of the most corrupt countries in the world.
When they look as you say salon, no good there. That country then are one of the most corrupt country in the world. Now the most one of the most corrupt country in the world. The time when take over now they try for tell we so.
But if you a year later,
he said, but 1 year later, that means to say now 2019, and President Bill one for make we understand now. 2019,
we had almost reduced inflation to a single digit.
He said, just 1 year when take. We don't almost reduce inflation that from 2018 to 2019 to almost single digits. Okay.
Financial management was so good that we are able to launch the free quality education.
He said the way how in they manage salon money, financial management, then they manage anything for do with we money business. It been so good. Now making just look and say, you know what? Well, I must spend 23% per we budget per education.
In less than a year from the loopholes that we are able to close.
He said, but less than a year, and then they now outside then all the way APC be don't dig where they left open, where they be able to fend out. Now then all and they where then lock, where they lock. I mean they say, you know what, but who can take this on? Free quality education. Who they spend para.
We were able to go back into the program with the IMF, which had shunned us and left this country.
He said, remember saying economy the accent for. He said we'll be able to go back to IMF. This IMF talk, we all sabi. For say, APC then say, IMF be say, for increase fuel. They say, no, they do. Now they then IMF make palava. Now so them be tell we. But President BOC, IMF be don't give it on I say, but no, not to serious country. We tell una for do something una say una need one. So President BOC go back to IMF, even though them be don't shun we, they not be one see we, but in go correct that side.
Because of the same corruption.
He say now because of corruption.
And before the APC left, they had already stated that we are in austerity.
He said before APC left, now then tell we say we depend austerity. You don't see how many times, not only on this platform, where people in the call say, the outing they go right now, government for declare austerity so that then go cut span waiting then they spend by themselves. Mba, I'm going for do because waiting do. Well, they like it today. President Bill tell we now say APC be left for austerity. I ain't go can do austerity where APC be left and where they talk against them. Continue, sir.
As a nation, that was what I inherited.
So now all what the President Bill talk so he say now him be meet up 2018 with them gam. Where in school my gam now then they gam austerity government.
With nothing in the coffers.
He say nothing. Not be then at the coffer. Nothing. Like nothing. President Bill. No, like nothing. Nada, nothing there.
Before the APC left, they had already stated that we are in austerity as a nation. That was what I inherited, with nothing in the coffers.
APC, you never be left nothing. Hey. Anyway, President Bill say nothing. Nothing in the coffers. Nothing up in there. Arara.
And within a year, we were able to embark on very expensive national, but needed.
Okay. President Bill. But within a year, with nothing in the coffers, him be able to embark on something way expensive but much needed. Okay. Jerome, sorry for your loss, yeah? We condolence to the entire family and to you safe. Sorry for your loss and make the mommy in soul rest in peace. I see you just come inside before you escape me, yeah? Now continue.
Programs which have survived and thrived and succeeded today.
So, expensive but much needed program, we don't survive.
So, this is what I will say to Sierra Leoneans.
So, it give you a backdrop. Now, Iwale we know waiting Ingo say to we about the economy. Mama Conte, thank you for the stars. Waiting President Biogo say to we about the economy. Yes, sir.
The economy is tough.
The economy is tough. Bam. Just accept that one day first. Tintranga. President Bio say Tintranga. So he give all a backdrop there, but you don't count out to in your points the answer na in this. What you go say about the economy? Tintranga.
I can understand your pain.
I understand una pain. The last time we be talk to BBC, he say he not go able for help we. But now he agree say Tintranga and he understand we pain. Okay.
Things are expensive.
Things are expensive. Don't say the president no. You know. But the economy, now they tell we so.
But I want to say it is not only in Sierra Leone.
But things expensive. Mawale no say no to salon no more. No to salon no more.
The world is going through turbulent times.
Isabi le ko plende up the year. Or isabi le ko ide na the sea because some tell to all man they fly. We ide na boat. We meet up rough water. He say na lexo. Na in the world deeper right now. Rough water.
And we are an integral part of the world.
He say, and we sell self-salon, na part of the world. Hey boy, how the world gonna go through rough time them? They don't expect we salon for tasty.
We cannot escape this.
He say, we cannot escape this. Aye. Self-friend true, not well friend. The world, they go through waiting the world they go through. We not going to escape this. Okay.
Haven't said that.
Okay. Even though I don't tell you, I don't show you how it look like, so we're not going to escape this. But
we as a government,
we on government
have done everything to cushion the effects of that global headwind.
We don't do all thing for make that stone tell like sponge. For cushion the effect. That pata stone make we link paraso if you like a sponge.
Which we can even bigger nations with stronger economies have not been able.
He say the thing what we don't do, big nation them, we get big economy. They're not able for do and say first. They could have been so. Any example? Anyway, continue, sir.
To resist. But we have taken away most of the taxes.
Somebody need to tell President Biotsu. You say what thing, sir?
We have taken away most of the taxes.
President Bio. Somebody not tell you true yanda. Okay. That new one not can I table yet. The taxes say don't take away. Eh? You know what thing that they tell me right now, sir? Hey. You say what thing?
We have taken away most of the taxes.
No, sir. The rest tax force, the rest. They say they put them back. Then they put them back, the rest back force. Huh? President Bill. You don't know what they do with the tax right now? Okay.
To make sure that you don't feel the weight of it. But it's what I would call a polycrisis.
So now polycrisis. Okay.
Started by COVID, exacerbated by supply chain.
So he said this crisis, COVID-19 beginner. Then Ukraine, Russia. In can blow like balloon.
Disruptions, and of course compounded by the Ukraine Russia war. So the world is in turmoil, and because of the interconnectedness of the world, and because we are so reliant on exported goods.
Okay. Because we so rely on thing the way they come. Imported goods. Now we rely on. I understand. President Bill say exported goods. Now we rely on. No. I imported. I can understand that one day. I give him a pass. You say we rely on waiting?
Because we are so reliant on exported goods.
No, now goods the way they come inside. Imported goods. And we rely on both. Go! So that the pain, then they will feel. Okay.
Even onion we import into this.
They say even yabas with the import. You should correct an apart now. Import. You should the importer. Okay.
Imported goods. We are definitely facing the wrong end of this whole saga.
He said this all brouhaha where they gone. Now the wrong side with it. Now the wrong side now they would.
And therefore, I just want Sierra Leoneans to know that we have done great.
I want to make Salon people know say we don't do great. Salon people, President Bill say, by the economy, while you know say they don't do great.
But we are going against a very serious international crisis.
But you get about to the great so they don't do. You get about still international crisis. Now the wave where they before we and that swelling where they face.
That has diminished the effects of what we have done.
So because of that kind swelling, it don't make all way through they do. It don't touch sol na plazas.
But even with that, I want to say the economy has been handled properly.
Even at that, I want to say we don't handle the economy properly. How much for dollar now? As against the Leones? Okay.
And that is why the IMF would come back to Sierra Leone.
IMF. Anyway, we don't do great. Now I make IMF come back to Salon.
And that is why they are still with us.
And I make IMF still with we.
And we have gone through the crisis without scarcity.
We don't go through the crisis without thin or shorting na the country.
of essential commodities.
Yes, we're not to line for rest. We're not to line for nothing. Essential commodities. No flour ubingo Guinea. Anyway, unage no flour be shorting. All right, President will continue, sir.
Because we have put in place serious measures to make sure that our people do not run out.
We dey put serious measures then all side for make Tino left win a road.
Yes, it is expensive.
Yes, it's expensive, but it's available. Alex say if you stop me, say I no go sell and this expensive. Well, I go lock game. And no go dey. So we the trader now we enjoy. We the businessman that we the imports now we enjoy. Any amount to counter what's available, we they sell and so. Anyway.
Because we are not producing it.
Because not we they produce them. Not we they produce them.
They are, most of what we are consuming are being imported from different parts of the world.
Most of the thing them, if I say export and about it correct and say, where they count inside the country. I bring and come.
Where things are extremely difficult, where freight has been very expensive.
Who say things themselves na then country then they extremely difficult. Extremely difficult. Thing then na then country then who say the nyam then they come out for Kansas alone. He say don't back freight shipping. And they will but if you know the ship on I go say shipping not expensive. Okay.
And so we have this gamut of factors that have just been out of control.
So all in here I don't tell you so. And the thing the way it out of control. None in our overhand and not to we.
I will appeal to Sierra Leoneans.
I they appeal, I they big salon people them. We still live on this economy business. I they big salon people and say what things are.
That with the commitment we have shown.
With waiting I don't show na force.
It is unfortunate that we have an international situation.
This unfortunate business about this international business where they go on waiting and the corona, Ukraine and Russia war, and where they make the whole world right now so they pan.
That has basically reversed the gains.
So all the gain they don't make, Usa will be done rich. Will be done rich almost Waterloo. But today back in the Eastern Police.
But I want you to know that when we talk about education,
but like the economy, education the candy. But I want to make you know say, what they talk about education,
which is laying the foundation for sustainable development in the
education. Now lekoi they build us. You know say forget foundation not to so. Lekoi they build us. That foundation we they meet for any development na country na education.
This country, we are regarded to have made the greatest effort under the most difficult circumstances.
He said, we don't make a big effort. But this kind of difficult circumstances where they go on right now. But we don't make effort by education.
Health.
Well, body business.
We have just been informed that we have reduced maternal and infant mortality rate by a whopping 60%.
We don't reduce infant and maternal by a whopping 60%. Then picking the way they die. Kudos to Sierra Leone. Kudos.
And as I speak to you, the WHO is here not only to commend us, but to also ask us to teach other parts of the world.
WHO self-cam say, una don't do it, but una can't show we by una do am. Because while una go teach other people there, Because not too long ago, with suicide lights, they make pikin and die by oxygen. Not too long ago. It happened at Bo. Then in Constantino, they happen at PCMH. Just oxygen, where lights they go. So I don't know if WHO na doubt to na wanda out three ba. We make una de ka ask we say, ukla di for now. What dey una ka show we ba? Una ka show we how una do. So una go teach other people le. Okay. Anyway, we don't do am. We open 60%. We don't get the praise. We hope say pikin no go to die just because of oxygen again. We hope say that has been fixed. We don't fix them. Okay.
Who are struggling with that. This is the biggest jump, and it is so phenomenal, and they think that this quantum leap cannot happen.
You know, the quantum leap, this kind jump, jump better 60%. But say picking them, that business, I know they again.
Without policies and good governance, we have consistently passed the score of corruption, the corruption index.
So MCC back down kind side. Consistently, we they pass the MCC scorecard we get for do with corruption.
As far as the MCC is concerned and other institutions are concerned, which means from 2018 when I took over, we took over when the Sierra Leone was scoring 47%.
They said 2018 when take power, Salon, and like waiting. 47% will be the scope and corruption. But now?
Today, we are in the 80s.
We're in the 80s. We fall safe small. We fall small. If the kind way will be the go, we for don't they now safe over 90. But anyway.
This is progress. So,
this is not progress.
In the midst of all that is happening, we are making progress.
So with all what's in the happen, we they make progress.
But we have the economies of the world, even the biggest economies, even the strongest, are struggling.
But even the strongest in the world, then they struggle with the economy right now. Okay.
Who are we not to struggle?
Aye. If the strongest economy in the world, they struggle, who then a salon, not for struggle? If the one them, we think say then a quickly, then they struggle, go. But who then are we? Okay.
But that is not my excuse. I am working to make sure that I cushion the effect of what is happening around the world.
He said, but not to excuse. He just tell we no more no, but not to excuse. In case if you say na excuse you and give, President Bayi they give excuse, I make so. But no more just want to tell we let we know say that this if they happen, then big one there, then they struggle.
So that Sierra Leoneans can at least cope and have a piece of bread and butter.
Sierra Leoneans can cope and get bread and butter?
Piece of bread and butter.
Okay, we'll get piece of bread first. Then we'll get bread and butter now. We'll cope and we'll get waiting.
Have a piece of bread.
A piece of bread and waiting?
And bread and butter.
Okay, so the piece of bread. So man, a piece of bread they get right now. So man, they get the bread and butter. Alright.
Finally, from me, you spoke about the human capital development, namely education, when you were campaigning 5 years ago. What is your big platform this time around?
Umar Fofana say, let's actually the last question. 2018 election, what you be talk about? You talk about education. So this time around, what you want for talk about?
The platform remains the same.
He say the platform remain the same.
Education is part of the human capital.
Education na part of the human capital.
And when we talk about human capital, the human being cannot exist without good health.
He say, and if we talk about human capital, the human capital no go able for then at this world without well body,
Food security,
food, nyam business,
and in the 21st century and going forward, sound education.
and in the 21st century going forward, sound education.
We have, because of limited resources and time, and
He say we don't dey do, but we no get better money.
with all what is happening around the world,
And with all wetin dey happen right now in the world,
concentrated heavily on education.
we still concentrate heavily on education.
This time round,
This time around,
while we consolidate the gains in education, we are now going to shift to food security.
Human capital development, education, but this time around, food security. Okay.
Agriculture and food security.
Agriculture and food security. Well, people, you not come out. That's also. I like that.
And this is meant not only to provide food for us,
He say, this one not also enough for make we provide food for ourselves no more. No, I don't for begin first. But in the say him I not ever provide food for ourselves no more, but waiting against her.
but also to serve as the engine of economic growth.
But for make money per am. So not for let we eat and be full and forget about that, but for make money per am.
Broad-based development, because more than 60% of our people are involved in agriculture. And
More than 60% of Sierra Leoneans them they involved per agriculture. More than 60% of Sierra Leoneans involved per agriculture. The other 40%, what did they do? Anyway, I mean a farmer extraordinaire, in case you don't know.
therefore, boosting activities in that area is actually going to lead to helping more than 60% of the population.
It says so if we able for boost agriculture, that will not help over 60% of Saloon people. Sweet, easy.
So that is the challenge, and I invite all Sierra Leoneans to join me in that forward move.
So now the challenge that one day. Now the challenge that day. Okay.
Mr. President.
Now wait, I ask them for the debate. Not to let clap.
Presidential candidates. Are you prepared to face Samura Kamara in a presidential debate?
Simple question. Are you prepared to face Samura Kamara in presidential debates? Kelvin Lewis, na they ask you. Umafufana be do ask you on. Mr. President, are you sir?
I faced him before.
I don't face him before. I faced him now that person na dey talk. I faced him before.
And the records are there.
And the records are there. Okay.
I'll face him again.
I go face him again. Okay. I faced him before. The record ended it. I go face him again.
If there is a debate.
If there is a debate. You don't see why they say they want to do debates. Let them try get President Mayo saying go face him if there is a debate. Okay.
But I'm not ready to go back to 1961.
Bam, 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 bam. I go face him. But if Samura say in 1961 one came go, I'm not ready for go. Eh? He say I'm not ready for go 1961. I go face Samu, but we for do inside 2023. I don't agree like I will go 1961. Eh? Okay.
Thank you very much. We've come to the end of this.
Okay. Now there I go left farm. 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 Now na salon. Eh? President we want for face Samura Kamara at the debates. But then for do inside 2023. Also inside 1961. Don't say. You don't hear it. You don't hear it, not so. It depends on what you hear and it depends on what you comprehend. But I try my level best for make you understand. Yeah? I want to let you know, see, una fi say una odi na ya, na una done so. The people in Sierra Leone, the audience in Sierra Leone, both on YouTube, on the radio, and on this very platform, now then they lead. So also if you say you Australia, America, England, and the Netherlands, whosoever you did, Sierra Leone audience now then they lead now. That's why from the very day we begin see, let us just twist everything to Creole. It don't be better for me. I go places in Sierra Leone. I hear people that they talk about, that it's people that the program okay listen to you. Not even they explore this program. So that's what they do. We level best for explain to people for make them understand. Yeah? So if you feel so you understand, will be the ambog you understanding, I beg pardon. No. Eh? Okay. Welcome on board this weekend. You get the platform, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, Pule, for giving the platform. And thanks to listeners and viewers and welcome to them. May only play today. I only hope say then get to understand within our social media in terms of politics and how you will get the information what you need. You give a submission about here I think at the weekend regarding this social media, how you get information and how you will get source. Now more away where they get a learning call for you get that information. But most times if you decide to go direct, sometimes the information if you want get for land, so you will know what's in the go if na development you want check for, or if na something where they go, we want to find out, or you just want to know how things they go in a certain area, all the information then they we're up to how you get for access and but you act as a broker are always the same for let people and get information. When you look at other mainstream media then, or the one they want a traditional, but this wire and the one where you they look and gather information from reliable source, and all you they do now for just try for explain through the process. So here when they try for looking into this election issue, we don't they create tension all along, but we they go say no direction would they go yet. But at the moment now we don't see the second candidate or the presidential candidate now. We will say they don't go for go nominate them according to the election process. So now would they wait for see waiting to come after that. But looking at the process we don't undergo, especially the point to have to pick up first now the area of this alliance. You see the area of the alliance and the political parties where would they see say it don't happen before the election don't come. But the point here is they inside the points them back wouldn't agree on when at 12 points or so or 13 between the NGC and the SLPP. So it's quite a lot there where you can challenge and some are good and they will able to question waiting, then will able for how they will go forward, a way forward. Then at one point. Then the other one we look at this agriculture economic area in terms of debt and ratio to the GDP, where the president comment of how he try for compare of waiting he receive and how he expects things then get for go. But all along, the point when they tell we say it forge a relationship between other allied parties. So when you don't forge a relationship there, the one way one of them when at the NGC, we see say there is a key, we hold one, then the open window for other one. C.12, then get point 12 inside the agreement there. What in point 12 they try for tell you say when the alliance then win the presidential election, the NGC then will able for include them and the government. Then you see point 2 back come tell you say, well, in terms of the candidates and the ballot paper, not to one person face get for Didi actually, but the one where they show, they show as an alliance flag bearer. It show as SLPP candidates. So that's another 1 point again. So the other one will have point 1. If you come to point 1 now, in they tell you clearly for say both parties there, they will maintain their own identity. Okay? So both parties they maintain their identity if not the NGC logo, but these are the areas they want the agreement. So when you look at the agreement there, say, well, 1 and 2, you will likely say 1 and 2, or one day where it be say at some point, we are 2 and 12, yes, to be specific, is 2 and 12. Because now 2 and 12, now they SLPP likely at any point when there is an internal dispute, we will not know if how they will settle the internal dispute, if document did it, in case of anything happen. But the point here I was saying is that the agreements there, you see 2 and 12, it give a window for SLPP to come out in case of anything happen. In other words, it not belong to them. They're not tied to them. They're not tied to point 2 because already the ballot paper, who that you get the presidential candidate. So here, we come to 12, then they tell you, say, you get to include the government for let you give them, but these are option. So now then you ask now the question, say, when then they write them things we get anything, we then do in case of them get any party internal conflict, how then go resolve them, or we will go to the same tradition of breakaway room. In other words, we don't use say, well, if then they go, let them go. Then they can't break away. But when you come again, we they see the president, they tell you, say, they forge a relationship of cohesion, of coalition, for let people then will unite. So the question now said in the initial stage of this election, what thing we don't see say don't come more. Now the area where the demand for like inclusion, they all man they want to have was say this and they include you. But when they include, don't say they include 1, 2, 3. Well, you get your position if on the ground of fairness, not because you try for say, oh, well, this is what you think about, no possible. No, if you they talk about coalition or peace, because they see when they talk and when they come up on the platform, like today, most of them talk say, one the country get peace, get peace, so that would they come together. But I don't know now the opposition, how they will able to bring them on board if they are on opposition, if they talk about practical peace. So they question them, or in other words, they build forces to be stronger than the opposition, so that the opposition will say, well, we are ready for peace. We don't know if this is not the strategy. But in the campaign process, we don't see people and they do different strategy. Then the one that we come, they come in the form of a rally. The one that way they come, what they do in form of a speech when they can't give. The one that way they come, where they don't spend money before, for letting them go able to convince. Then so they can even specify, because like what's in the SLPP, then get target strategies they wouldn't use. They use target strategy, they use the horse trading system where then they convert people and from one by then bring them here, then get the alliance system where they don't introduce, and then they get other different methods. But we don't know if these strategies they get for win out the votes what they want. So in other words, every political party then they come with a different strategy. But waiting the ruling party sometimes will say them we don't do. Well, some people then they say they don't shrink the political space. What in a shrink camp, you go see some party they not come, when they're able for camp to take part because of either the fees or the rules they wouldn't put in a parliament recently, because we see them debate how they forget the new parties, how they go can inside, would have register, would have eligible, what it will make you fit. So all those they don't shrink and down. And then they bring down this method now on a target and alliance. So with the hope say, or the one way they don't do so, if he go get that rumor tomorrow, he go able get alliance for say, if something happen, una go able for resolve them, so that for the sake of peace, for the sake of development, he go able for work go before. That's not the question about the alliance. But the economy now, we question and say back, it tell me about the economy inheritance in terms of debt and GDP. When we question the GDP to ratio of debt, we know say practically it actually don't increase past the GDP. In other words, the debt they don't practically increase. That is clear. Even though when we talk about the credit rating and there's again I say we actually get problem again when these creditors then they rate we. Now you see how the president they lean on IMF and the World Bank. Okay, it's quite good in rating, but when you list down some of the areas where some of these credit agencies, them or the one they want the credit rating agencies, working can credit with for say una fit for let una GDP go expand between this period. So for that we guarantee for give una a loan. So World Bank will cancel well give una this towards una progress. Then so they go count okay well add small grants there. The one we are not will pay for. So, but the rating is the problem where una be always try for interpret. And once una get that rating, they wrong. What's in the rating? If they don't can rate una because of certain things, where it be say a kind of a rating where it be say they don't rate una say this particular tier in una not fit, but we can still give una. Then you go question the development and the finance cost of the country. Because of the credit rating, you find out say it affects development because we lean on the rating. And some areas the rating is clear, when our debt is big. But the other rating when you talk about the GDP, they expand them. And then you look at the rating and say, well, the CPI to this, then we expand import, then we will give us this. So all the time, instead of development they come, you then lean on the ratings of the agencies. You dey forget for let you look, say, I get the sickness, the national sickness, the social problem, and the terrible economy, and how I go able to transform them. Then you don't bring the idea of agriculture, which is the only way now you say now the only way out. But the question here is, if you lean onto the outside wall and how then your economy develop, but you dey talk again about agriculture, now your method. Then the question lies, you don't talk about the numbers of how many people are going at the country. You don't tell me about how many acres that you want for plants. You don't tell me about how many seeds that will produce a certain ton will go turn around, and how much money you will able for put there. In other words, you just start with numbers. But when you give a broad one, where you say the development get for come through agriculture, it's all about the same method again, where you go 6 years, you're ready for development, but you're not able to get the mathematics for say, if I plant 10 acres of this, it will produce this amount of this amount of tons of rice, what will equal from what I put. So the people that don't know straight away, so then they expect this, and then they see them. It's up to how you manage them for where you go produce them. But this is not the area most times where we can left out the window, where the speech where the leaders and come, you will not see the truth about it towards the end. We will hear the statement, but the truth about it. What they try to say in agriculture, like horticulture and other agriculture, not to think the way they can spend all the year. Now season. And the other one when the season of the plant, like they say, they put more. In other words, if rain not come, I put more money during the season for let irrigation come. If this plant they grow this season, I plant it here. But in other words, there is a way where agriculture get for help our country. They provided if they get for look to how they get for bring come. Then your agricultural methods in terms of looking at the land we get and looking at the numbers, then you go able to see that this they produce. But once you look and see that plants, they can't just plant, not to grow, they grow. Because when you plant and grow is different. You get for plant and then you get the growth method, and then a day you will know the numbers, then where you will come put for let I will get 40 and need, because you get for look what are the external factors that will affect the agriculture. But we not get this external factor, Boku. All we need is that expertise. But remember, some countries recently, when they get this one, what they call the Dakar Summit. During the Dakar Summit, most of the African leaders, they will show how their economy boosts within this period of this hard time where they complain of Ukraine. They're able for subsidize, they're able for use transformation, they're able to make other ideas out of other things. For let them go get fertilizer outside from Ukraine, they make their own fertilizer using their own science method. They're able to get the numbers of people that were able to involve. They're able to get the numbers of seeds. They count the hectares. They count how much it will produce. So straight away, the maths, it work, and then go ahead, a step ahead. Now in Zambia, because the Zambian president and some of the few leaders who been there some day because we presidents have been attend. But these are the method where issues say now he apply. It not go easy, but he said that method he apply. So this method we apply by getting things them what he need from outside for letting him go make them, because he get the land, he get the manpower. So he just introduce other ideas there for produce what he need for sustain the people and growth. And now he export and he get big produce from that one day. So, but all what they try for say, when they do alliance, you do agreement, or you bring a political party for like you develop for say the economy method that one can develop all the strategy how they put for like will bring people in together. Then sometimes you get for question those members of that team day. Because like for me, if I go say I go give the portfolio of Victor Fo, the portfolio where I go begin the right, what say Assasia, the one way more than the changes of during that period of that instability will be there, the AFRC then come inside, where I believe say it been get for take a part for helping for say constitutionally. If I one other minister, you remember, one not just call him because he been died, but he been lost in life. But in a way, left what we know say he did it, would they say he don't change? He been there during that AFRC, he come. And I remember them, they call her Haibab. That name became in memory. But the point is, when they see this individual, they change. Like how the shape of this animal, what they call amoeba, they change for meet up the shape of the environment. But we don't want those politicians. We don't know if now, in shape what you don't take, it will stay. So you go able for transform. Or now that shape there from where you don't change here, it come back, SLPP, APC, go so, it can't read. So, but the character and development and towards making an alliance towards development. So the next question then they will ask about the characters that we come inside for taking who want for let us see in the country if they are ready to take up the challenge of changes for peace, and let them go able to understand what's in our development, or now for let them secure then your pressure where they don't undergo, and then they try for sure say we self we been get a chance for let we go able, because they always see the statements. What when they say metaphors, you see like CKK therefore explain about Alpha Khan, he said a prodigal son. Or no, so it's KK will give the prodigal son. It's in a prodigal son. They're in not to Fisrwali. And when you use the word Fisrwali in Badingo and Sydney, that somebody we're not grateful, we're not ungrateful. He says so in not to person we're ungrateful, ingrateful. So when you try to compare ungratefulness, or a prodigal son, they throw you, they put you in the pit. So you begin to show all terrible pictures about yourself to the audience, who you want let the audience can decide. For say, we choose these leaders. So but what you try to teach the audience, you tell them say, when I help me, now we fight. Not a peace you want. But he left to the audience. I don't say that is the message, but he left to the type of audience. By that 100 day, the 20 go say, well, who go there? You take go. Then who go take on this way? So you begin to create factions. Or with the question the thing say, are they ready for let them go call the other parties there? Because if not peace, now everybody, now in the country, now national, not to sectional. So, but now the force of magnet and the create so they will attract the whole lot of the APC, or now a strategy of development who all will just be yes, everything is okay, nobody no will feel pain again, we'll get middle class, we'll get development, we'll get economy, will they go before, so that we're only able to look say no more than then we're able to look them, especially when they compare the credit rating towards development. So let's go help the nation, they'll get changed. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, Usfriend.
Yeah.
Thanks to Usfriend. Welcome on board, Alpha. You get the platform, sir.
Yeah, Triple, thanks for having me, and thank you for taking time analyzing the speech of President Bio. At least the way you take your time for analyze I think say the layman out there will able forget them for listen and understand what in the president they say. Most times when the president they make speech na English, and even though other station then they try for interpret them, but I think say the time where you they take for interpret them or give a clear understanding, it helps a lot. I get 3 points for talk on. Of course, we all know say today now or yesterday na salon time. SLPP do the nomination for President Bio and the vice president. They don't appoint the National and then go challenge the APC. Correct. Yesterday Nami APC. So I just want for just do some comparison between the two. Because what we do the APC when we ask if na rally or na match pass or whatever. And I think what you see today slightly now almost the same thing, because we see say whatever we want for say people and get for converge, people and get for gather, people and get for use so many root them. So like I said the last time when they talk about the APC, waiting the police will say about the NTA. So for me, not to make rules, not to make law, not the problem, but how you interpret the law. How you going to do it impartially? So for me, both parties them don't go against PPRC, whether we want for like it for Siam or not, because people gather today, then sing, then do waiting PPRC, then dance, because PPRC say then they're against dancing. Yeah, then dance. So what you go say? Is it good to wait in this SLPP do back today? People will say, oh, this, not then, they are power, not then this, not then that. So, but again, we always they say, what is good for the gander should be good for the other person. So, law make them very clear. PPRC should not be biased. Then for the plain, let them make them clear. Then they pull statement back. Let them pull same statement as them pull up for the APC. Yeah. Anyways, whether we call a street rally, not a street rally, whether we call them, but all the way to see today what happened is similar to what happened to the APC. So there is no difference. That go to me other points President Bio in speech way make. I think for me, I can always say sometimes the speech writers and they do very well. And the big problem we make always gets now for puts the theory into practical. And most studies now they encourage people for do practicum in this part of the world, and when you do practical you will find out say there is difference between the theoretical aspect and the reality where they happen at the ground. Yeah, so for make you put English and pen and paper put them together, it is but very good, because when somebody they read that it is sound very very well. Yeah, so I'll come back to the speech proper. I think we president try for defend the current state of the economy, because now that one for focus a bit, and also he also give we in future plans, which for me it was very good. But again, yes, a lot of research need for be done, so that the mistake what they don't do in the past they not will repeat them again in the future. This now some of the thing the way some of we they do research, where they do more studies, can make recommendations where I feel say if this government or any future government listen to, then go able for like take good point them. If they listen to this platform, they go learn good things them, because just like who can say we not to sell one side now, we they always go both sides. We they in the middle, we they move forward, we they look Sierra Leone as the best place. So for me, the president's speech is very good, but the fear is waiting there at this paper. Are we going to see it? Because when we look at 2018, when you look there, they give we whole lot of promises them, almost how many hundreds promises them, where they do they achieve all? If they not achieve all, how then they do? Then therefore go sit down back and able for like a look at the failures of the old the manifesto and then develop new one, or are they going to look the strength, the weaknesses, and the opportunity of the old manifesto and then develop new one? Not to for just kind of public and make statements. It is but very, very, very peculiar of this government. They will make very promising statements them, and when you follow them line after line, every side way then they make public pronouncements, they are a pronouncement the way then they make way not realistic. Yeah, if you go back when the president talk about Cambia, what's it then called? He said they don't get almost $1 billion or so. You see, these are pronouncements that way. You know, they just make public pronouncements like that. Sit down and look the speech where them write for you. Read them over. If you think say this one, if I make say it's going to be a problem, draw line panel, let the speech writer then able for defend waiting and say. But for me, you know, they just make I can always say this blanket statement like that. So if you read the speech like that, it's very good for read, it's enjoyable. Yeah. If na mark with the grade, it's a very good grade. But when you come to implement them, go back and do the I the you cross dot you I and cross the T's them for ensure say waiting them go to face from 2018 to 2023, so we not face her again. Because when then they write them here, they not they do research, and they tell most of we on this platform, they not they do research. Now that make, according to one of the professor now, most of we government projects then they fail, they're not sustainable because they do not do any research. They only based on if we do this one with the score good goal, with the make them na this side. So now that make then they always they fail. Go back, you know, from 1961 to now, most in fact it's easy to identify. We they know they do them. Whether it's right now, when they don't see also now. When president build if them is ready for what they call them for don't go back, they for don't get serious people away they sit down in that old manifesto. Watch them like the IGR do the biometer report. That thing there was very, very good. Even though people they look and say it's political, it was very, very good. And can sit down and analyze that report. They develop something where they not say realistic. You see, not for just talk for satisfy people. That's one sad mistake all they do, or we politicians and they do. They will just come make public statements. Then we at the end of the day, when you want to take them on their statement, then they people will start for attack your personality. People will attack for begin tag you, curse you, because they just want to see the political arena and then did now we party did it. You know, now we brother and did it. Now we reach on people and then did it. That's not it. It's all about Sierra Leone. Now go to me next point for the future Triple A. The future, like I say, President Bio say they can focus on agriculture. But again, how they focus on agriculture? Is it or just make a pronouncement like that? He say about 60%. I follow up the statement one after the other. I say they go. 60% at least say now that's like amount percentage then they want for engage. How you they engage them? Waiting at the strategy at which you go able for use for engage the 60% of the population for go on agriculture. We don't see the first 5 years where they do waiting almost money where they put in agriculture. Tamabom 30 day and also we not one day see any produce from Tamabom say now this and these governments don't pull from Tamabom project where they make. With all almost billion with $1 million what they put in Tamabom. We not see nothing. So if the government were responsible, all them failed projects, then they should try to get good analysis. Them people are able for do research, go there, find the fault of them project, then they detract the way them buy. Wait to make people not able for access them tractor then they. Wait to make people not able for use the then tractor then they. If you go now, most of them paramount chip then compound them. The tractor then pack the. If you not get money, you not able for. Even if you get the idea, you not able for go get the tractor. All these things are factor where they affect the agricultural sector. So if President Bio say they can put 60%, he wants 60% of the population for going agriculture, not for states are the problem, but now how well you go about that? Because if you not go, if you just state and then you not getting thorough strategies for able for us achieve that, and it's going to be a white elephant project, because you know what to do. There is no way where you go put square peg around, or you go put people in a position because of this. Now they make wall, now they make that we win this election, or now they make we now the region vote for we pass this. At the end of the day, the results not they come what they expect. Then now defense, then they come up. Go back to the economy. Then promise we bread and butter. Then promise we so many things. Because we could not achieve it, wait till come back. Now defense upon defense, defense upon defense. Now we see. Russia, Ukraine, yes, it affects the world. COVID affects the world, but there are still other economies the way. Then they go up, then they do extremely well. Guinea is a simple case study we always the reference. Guinea, yeah, Guinea, the money, the dollar rates up till today, they not go down past you. Up till today, then they maintain, yeah. Guinea money don't get value past you. Then not they face Ukraine and Russia war. Then they face the same thing. COVID not they affect them. It they affect them. But the strategies the way they put in place, nine are a very good one, nine are a prudent one. Now go back to other countries and Ghana cut down on the expenses. The government, the all the parliament, governmental appointees them, they reduce them paid them for ensure say the economy better. Even though when they reduce them, still problem then they na Ghana. I'm not they say Ghana is 100% correct or perfect. No. But the fact remains, not we put excuse to excuse for defend side the way you know score well, meaning you're able for clear that area. They know. Take responsibility, reduce some of them here. Like when they may announce say then they stop all the ministers, they're not for travel or whatever. That thing should have come as early as possible. Some from the time when COVID strike, and that's then they reduce the thing and they not at the end where you just left few months for make you about lay election come. So sometimes then these actions, the way we president they come up with, there should be something that should have come earlier for ensure say we government or we Sierra Leone and able for benefit. Again, there are a lot of areas then for talk about human development. We don't talk about health. It is more very important for make we improve on we health. Me still ask this question before I drop the line. Whether ultra modern hospital where they say they go bill for we. Do you have President Bio if you want for help we? If you win 2023 this June, please, we they beg you. Me personally, they beg. We need standard hospital. Connaught hospital, no, it will need one way better pass that one day now. You may promise with that one they say. Then corruption money, they always they get together. Now they go put up at that hospital. So do please let that legacy they left say this time President Biogiwi, at least even if na second term or if na final term, this one that will help we. Thank you very seriously, Tripoli.
Thank you very much, Alpha.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I know say this Marampa and Mafoki don't they play? Obviously, you yourself no say na mistake president be a mistake. We talk about $40 billion. It was 40 billion leons. Even today, na Atuga Stadium, he go over am, but he correct am. Yeah? He go over am, he just say the Mafoki and Marampa na 40 billion leons. I don't see if he don't correct that side, who say it be mistake before. But definitely we not say na mistake, not to say na $40 billion. $40 billion, come on. Eh? I see people that they use that now say $40 billion. Eh? $40 billion, but we no say you know me now. I make it correct and today. Eh? I make it correct. Alright. Welcome with Tony. Oh yeah, you waiting he gets for me. Yes, Tony, you get the platform.
Yeah, Abraham, thanks for having me. Kushan Kabo from Bullen. Just like our start yesterday, I also congratulate the SLPP for their successful nomination and say thanks to Usfren and Alpha for brilliant contributions. I think for me take out from the president's speech, agriculture, me go look at. Agriculture are usually say in a gray area where we don't neglect for decades. And if we look the effect where they get with the that they make with the import more than with the spend out, which means we they get unfavorable balance of payment. And I feel say not to just let we just mere words, but I feel say agriculture not to a cheap investment. And the reason why it's not cheap because you need agricultural implements. And most times, if you get those resources subsidized or probably provided at a low cost, it can help a lot in farming. Me and Apostle, we always at the benchmark to Guinea, and Guinea for decades done the farm, not to see the Guinea done the farm. So basically, they make when the all this old thing when they happen, affect the economy that much. The agricultural landscape very good. The pineapple factories then we put this for decades with small stuff with the Conakry, we don't see the things then you understand. So I feel say let we try for replicate the good things then when they happen across borders them we make them successful. And I always say this now this free platform. I feel say the problem we face now with economy now because we not build institutions. Institution in the sense when you look at we micro where they deal with the individuals, groups and companies and macro where they deal with the economy and as a whole, a very weak. That is the reason why when we the shout say we have the fastest growing economy, just by a stroke of one disaster, we went down because there is no institution. We don't get formidable institutions. Our institutions are not sustainable. May they plead to any government. I don't to say this to the DO administration. So many areas and the way we don't need for play politics. I mean, if the previous governments don't play politics in those institutions, let us build institutions. The SLPP where we know those days, Pakaba and days, left NASITs, they left NRA. These are lucrative institutions. We have institutions we can tap into. We go for generate more revenue. We go help for improve with GDP. You understand? We go make people go get job and everything. And if somebody they live in the diaspora see the confidence and see say yes, I can do this and get money. Because the problem is it's the cash trapped economy we get. People get money, they free for invest, people feel serious. So there should be that kind of a situation where we want to see infrastructural spending. We want to see especially in agriculture where the presidents you're not a farmer, you're a young farmer where gets the energy, gets the zeal, you get the passion for going to camp. The one for see somebody like you or thousands of Sierra Leoneans or hundreds of Sierra Leoneans we get the same passion for get the support. Because if we talk about when we're able to turn things around, especially the rates at which we foreign exchange they go right now, I feel so we need for create that kind of base. We are in just like how the president stretch arm to other political heads and everything. This not just based on people who go come for support your political ideas, but people then we go come for support you business ideas as well. They can be on the other side, but they have good ideas, they have good business plans, they have everything that they want to do. Cause highs and because this is not for salon. Everything what they talk now, what they waiting and call, probably people go say, oh, this is one-sided, this is this. Because the problem why make me one-sided, these problems have been here for more than decades. Governments have come and go. I don't expect the Bureau administration to give us everything in 5 years. It's not possible. If Bureau can give us, even in the America where they live, to go through crisis with the C banks and they fold up every day. Almost every month between this quarter, it's two big banks. Don't close down. They go in liquidation because it's challenging. This is a challenging time. You understand? But how best we can able to think outside the box? How best we can able to replicate good things the way they happen? If we're not able for build those institutions, how can you build those institutions? Just like I say, we farmers, just like how we want for benchmark farming this time is not education. We need to see how we can able to provide research centers. We not supposed to get the office, say, oh, we get the office now, you build it. No. Functional office. We are in, if Abraham, where they do farming, need this research or we find us, they should be ahead in terms of pesticides. We get most times we farmers them, you don't forget that kind of people them where they advise, say, this is the best time for you plant these crops. This is the best time for you do this. If you get this yield or you get the weeds, then where they affect you, these are the techniques. So most times when we go with farmers, especially people in the region where they do subsistence farming, Most times, I mean, they plant a whole year, go brush, go bond, go do this, and it's capital intensive. Most times, they don't even get the yield, they match in terms of the revenue where they're going for generate out of the investment. Let's say I don't put 10,000 millions here and that. So at the end of the day, what is generated just 8,000. We won't forget that way before teach the farmers them, give them good education where they will know exactly this type of soil waiting for plants or this type of this waiting for. We need that kind research center. We don't need to forget a Minister of Agriculture based in Africa. We need to see a Minister of Agriculture very functional in all the districts that we know. We all know Kono say Kono is diamond. No, I can tell you the other parts of Kono. Kono gets very good style, especially when you look at that Kaikondu end, where they towards border with Guinea. They have very new rich soil and everything where you can plant anything. Because of it, that's the way forward. That's the way forward for we country. We not build institution over decades. All the institutions that we just visit, na tax. And mind you, that's not the main difference between we and Guinea. That's not the main difference. With Guinea, the franc Guinean, they're 960 francs, $200, just because they build this. They don't depend only on taxes. No, they don't depend only on tax. So even because the problem is because we only have few companies where they exist, and we all know say government gets budget, and how you able to budget expenditure now by taxes? How you generate revenue? We not go to the altar with the beg, with the wait for money. Government get for that through taxes. Okay, we've seen tax. They've done rebates. They've done They don't give tax breaks to some companies. Society they don't cut tax cuts and everything. But we want to see a government this time around, especially the next 5 years, a government where not just they do things for government where go big partnership. Agriculture is not cheap, just like I say. I mean, you the farm, you know exactly what they talk. If you take you Excel sheets right now, because I'm not saying you track your daily expenditures or your monthly expenditure. It's not. It's like something you put in revenue resources or whatever, and you're not even know what thing will be your yield. You just they procrastinate. Okay, this is an expected yield. What I expect. But so many challenges have you. So if we try for pilot agriculture, we try for take agriculture this time around, we therefore make sure we have banks we ready for give loans to farmers. We have banking institution, we're not to just give the loans, but at a reduced rate, at a rate where say yes. I'm not saying IFAD during the past administration, IFAD still the IFAD now International Fund for Agricultural Development, where they make road from Konote, go Kaikondu, where go Koinadugu district, then get rural banking, then get bank na Swafe, then get bank so many places where they get even this Apex Bank where they open at Kenema, where the head office they Kenema. That was the brain behind Apex Bank for make them go for support farmers. I think so we need more Apex Bank, we need more agricultural banks, and we go at least go able for support farmers. Just like I said previously, agriculture is not cheap. It's a capital intensive thing, and you need a lot of things same way go make and for make we get a viable yield. Because somebody that they ask for like you where they invest. If you plant 1 year, you plant the second year, you not see that yield, you not see that support, you not see that kind of thing. Definitely they discourage you. It will discourage you. So if people then they way now cattle rearing and they do, or people then they way certain eggs. From that in catch rearing or certain chicken, na poultry, they make with that kind for sustain the economy. Instead of with the import eggs na salon, you get people that go say, okay, me na poultry me want do. I want for make with this. Me they serve all the high-end supermarket na salon eggs. That's the plus. That's how you grow your GDP. So you're not able for import again. So money there in circulation at the country. Somebody goes say, okay, me want to do packaging. I want to make all what's in Abraham then they produce and they packet and well made and they bring at the international market. Import them. You understand? Then more revenue because it's possible imports and then things there. At the end of the day, get foreign exchange. We not get for depend too much on foreign investment, foreign investors, foreign direct investors, for their international. Because basically, if you look at the exchange rate, it discourage any foreign for go invest. Because at the end of the day, not only loans then they take for go na the country, they convert the loans into dollar. So basically, if I don't convert millions into dollars, if we say I make 200 million, and when I convert them now like $1,000 or whatever. So they discourage me. But if you create that platform for locals, at the end of the day, you know, so when locals invest, indigenous invest, at the end of the day, the money now they circulate where they go out and come in again. But most of these foreign investors, when they come, then you know, so you therefore look at the pros and cons. Which you want for which niche of the economy you want for provide the service, or you want for support the locals, or you want for, because most times I see, oh, the president, okay, we need foreign investors, no, most times we don't need foreign investors. That's the difference I say between we and Guinea. If you go Guinea and check, most of these factories that we then get, they're owned by Guineans. They're owned by Guineans because the landscape, the business environment, very conducive for them. Not too much taxes, because if you get more revenue stream in your basket, you find out, you know, they tax too much company them, too much taxes. The taxes will be reduced. But where you get limited ones, like in the situation of Sierra Leone, they make most business deficit, they've been overburdened by tax. And who do they pay the final feel the final, where they pay the final price? Now the final consumer. The burden they fall on them because we pay the final price. So we therefore look at that niche we are in. We therefore support people that we know say one for coming to agriculture and provide those things. So many things then what we need. People in there, if they import, I remember those days, companies then where the telecom companies like Africell, they get enjoy that during the past government, even I don't know for now. When they import the transmission equipment and things, most of these companies were not paying taxes. Africell, I mean, why we not pay tax? You understand? We're not they pay. So if you get people that way they bring up agricultural implements or agricultural tools, make sure they not pay tax. That's now one way we go encourage farming. Let's say, for instance, they live in Australia or they live in Canada or China. I want for bring tractors and for working on the farm. Help me in a way where it not go cost me nothing, because at the end of the day, somebody can do something where, you know, say, go create jobs for people. You know, it's all good, but agriculture for me, it's very key, because give me what they compare. I've been doing agriculture for decades. Sustainable, the business landscape and everything. I feel that thing and they will for replicate. But it's a good speech. We wish, let the best man win. We wish everybody luck and everything. Congratulations once more, SLPP, for the successful nomination. That's my main take, Abraham.
Thank you very much, Tony.
You're welcome, Abraham.
When Tony he talk just now about taxes and agriculture. Now, make what the president say they don't move plenty tax. I was like, okay, maybe somebody know they tell the president. You know, be there where we read, the tax waiting at the plan if the president sign them for say waiting even the exemption they don't put pares. Now the importers the import rest for begin for pay. Not that only, even agricultural implemented, like what we need to talk right now, so because the president don't say, okay, agriculture, if I win, if I give me second chance, now I get for puts me hyper. And I now don't go before one thing, don't say, okay, anybody, because as it is now, agricultural implement the equipment the way they come, well, you know they pay little tax on them. But no, right now, NRC, they want the full money. Alright. I make a be tell how they talk just now say. I don't know the one them way can they waiting say for the president, but waiting the president can read or waiting they tell we. With waiting, then can they do are two different one. So if President Bill, now the word that too. Now the word that. Because now the salon this. You say taxes that are all reduce, but you plan to say if you get the second time in agriculture, now NRA say well all the agriculture anyway. It is what it is. I didn't say agriculture. And I tell you for free, agriculture is not cheap. Agriculture not cheap. I spent almost $1,000. I plant maize. 2022. That's enough commodity. I did one back this year. If not enough commodity, you think say next year back I go to make Tawakal too. Eh? You think so? I say okay for treat the animals them. I get goat and sheep them. Yeah? We'll get a vet we come. The people then they don't praise the vet too. The first one we come. What he can do, what he no can do. I say on a snap. I want to see the bottle, the injection, the way he say the key and what not. He can't do what he get for do. 2 days later, I lost a pregnant goat. And I was not happy for that. When I begin grumble, then go back, they don't go for another one back. And so this one is good. After that one, we don't can do what he do. This one come back. But this time I stepped in. We have a conversation. Me and the vet now. He's knowledgeable. I go say. He's knowledgeable. And hopefully, he's the right person. Hopefully. But seriously, like for the past 2 weeks, I don't lost almost 20 to 30 fall. And a local fall they made it do. What thing they say fall sick. Fall sick don't come out. Yes, fall sick now come out so. That first one they can do treatment. This one back they do treatment. It's like every other day he lost one, he lost two. Every other day he lost one, he lost two. But also day now. The last one now, Saturday now, we all lost the last one. Hopefully, we'll not lose again. And these are all part of your capital where they go. Help us not get me started on agriculture. I know one year they too. But I did do my research. And not to say that me one they do them. A lot of young people them who they meet up every day. While they post videos, a lot of young people them who they meet up where they do the same thing. So not of, and even people in the diaspora. And a lot of we now don't begin to say, no thing. If this thing for come off fine, we'll go for go sit down there. We'll go for go sit down there if it for come off fine. And it's true. Because what you they give people them for say na so and so and so, then just think say that idea would be longer from 1930 when they woke. That idea from 1930 when they woke 30 then I them feel say correct. And now they mean then they get issue. Now they mean then they get issue. The fall then begin, I say, una find the vet, let the vet can want them, let can do what they get for do. And say no, one leaf in a bush, and then they go cut, then can they make the water, then when they come out, he say no, waiting, that cigarette jot, the jot by the cigarette, now they soak inside water, now they mend it. All man they count to you. I tell them, say, na so na don dey do na continue but me no to ya want. Not to him. They say, oh, the goat them, something they come on, they get catch. They get catch. They say, what for do na bon oil line for go pade. I say, no, bon oil pa me animal le. Bon oil go outside. Bon oil. Now me could get vets. And the agriculture ministry has a lot of work to do. We get beaucoup work for do. Because that thing we don't make agriculture no go before. Even if President Bill can say tomorrow he win, he say they can't do agriculture. If how the people they don't they do they tin them. Now so then continue for do am. My dad the agriculture, who say they no money they get for day. Because how they've been working, how they've been doing things, it's not working. You know they work if they work for the able for the feed we self. For the able. But when the inside there, my dear. Yeah. Now the tell you no. It's not easy. It's not easy. I tell you for free. Not easy. But it's something that I'm not gonna relent to. Me, I dey inside this. And I dey inside it for make money. Not to NGO. But right now, I'm losing money. Because they do buildings and infrastructure. They still don't get it. Why you get for bill quarter for workers. They don't still understand it. Why yes? Even myself they bill me all inside it. Now wait till I done. Yeah? Go see. Not too much, not too bluff. But we come over for can land. So we'll go for put it wherever we put. Make it be like for say we come, we land, we go, we implement. That's what we do. But normally it cost me more. Because even the vet we go, you say no, I can all the farm there, you know, when they see farm with like me on. And anything that's me, eh? Because I can make in the video send her for me. That boy will get now who buy under idea. Now so then people end there. You know what that means? Bo, hey. Tomorrow we'll be there back. Yeah? All left all now. But let us not get me started on agriculture. Just the small thing on the inside. It's capital intense. And the people themselves, they don't want to work. When they work, now they need money. They don't want to stay committed. They want that quick money. Even per farm, they want quick money. Come, you give now, they make. They don't want to stay committed to monthly. Wait. All the faulty. Yeah? Go there tomorrow. Where are you? Well, look, we not begin with yourself. Maju say triple every year. Now for the boost here network family with 2 goats. Where you don't see for the barbecue. We not even get the amount where they look for it. We don't begin count for it. No, time get for camp. Would I will reach na the farm every year? We will get to on time day. Look, would they work on the landscaping infrastructure? It's something different. It's something that we've never seen. Yes, Bango, I just it's a whap at this phone line, brah. Tomorrow they send a PDP nomination. Seriously? Okay.